Hello and good evening. Welcome to the Open Mic Hour. Just waiting for comments to come on there as well. Again, basically, as we're in that famous word lockdown, I've decided to give you an hour of the time and tune in. I'm just waiting to see if I can see the comments. There we go. So, anyone got any questions or anything like that? This is again is your hour. So I'm just looking for people to load up. We have been having some technical issues with myself on the system tonight. So here we go. I know where I'm up to now. And thank you again. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be doing this weekly session of the lockdown of open mic again, and it's just come and interact with us. And again, any questions, anything that's bugging you, anything you want to get off your chest around anything paranormal based, what you believe in, any religions, anything like that, in and around your spiritual work that you do, just come and interact with us and we'll see where we're going there as well. I think what sparked me with this basically was, I think about a week ago, it's been itching away to do this little session of this, to give back to people as well. And somebody said to me, going back with the Egyptians, they actually showed me they've been learning hieroglyphics, and I thought, well, is that the first form of like tarot cards and all that type of thing? So it just got me to thinking how far back communication wise, if anyone works spiritually, then they would have basically been working with like the Egyptian language basically, and the sign language as well. So that's what got me really into that. And then that leads on to something else as well. Good evening, Jess, and welcome for tuning in. I know there's people there in the background as well. And basically, what have you come across this week? What interactions have you had or seen anything? I know there's a lot of people there inboxing me all the time, asking help spiritually with house clearances as well, because there's a lot of things going on that they're noticing in and around the period that they're at home as well. So a lot of people out there are experiencing more going on in and around their own field as well. It has been a really, really, really busy week, and I've enjoyed every minute of it so far. I just the amount of interaction I've had and picking up on as well. Hello, Jess, and hello, Linda. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for sharing people out there as well. So we are going to build this, and if anybody want, any questions or anything like that, just fire away. But going back to the Egyptian times, they must have had some type of form of drawings and things like that, and cards or even ways of their writing. And anybody spiritual, like we see, like people see Merlin and stuff like that, and people with the crystal balls on some of the old films and stuff like that. Going back, there must have been people out there that was very spiritual and tuned in and had that sixth sense years ago, and wouldn't really know what was the best way to portray their skills or traits or trends as well. So who have we got on? Have we got any questions to fire away? I am expecting a few other people coming in now. Hello, Pauline. Thanks for joining along. Again, let's have this lockdown hour. Again, let's have this lockdown hour. This is for you as well. Again, I've seen some amazing people. I've interacted with people this week as well. I've been helping out for the amazing weekend that Jolene and Karen's got putting on together as well, and Eddie in there, that putting all this hard work out for this weekend coming up as well. So every week I'll be coming on 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock. Nice time there. So again, we'll just open it up there for an hour as well. And hello, Linda. Any questions from you? I've just been talking to our Linda before I came online as well. So again, we've been receiving things spiritually, I have been helping people behind the scenes, sending healing and stuff like that as well. So there's always a lot for a medium going on, even in it, as people think it's a normal quiet period. It certainly isn't that. It's very busy. And hello, Pauline. How are you? And the young man Dennis in the house. Hope you spent all your tips from last month. Cynthia, how's things? Right, here we go. Love this. Well done, Jess. Started off. We're going to have this as your series as well. Any topic, subjects. I am expecting other people tuning in tonight with they're asking for help as well. I certainly talked to a TV medium years ago when I was up and running and asking them about insurances and stuff like that with around the paranormal world as well. So that's always little things like that, and I just want to give back and support people out there in whatever way I can as well. So Jess is asking there, do your abilities leave you feeling drained at times? Yes, most definitely. But again, I think what it is as well with the, how can you, it's like trying to put a cap on it sometimes with working spiritually. It's like, to me, your team won't let you work when you're overtired. So if you taper off and you're feeling a little bit tired, that's when your team will hold back on information from coming through as well spiritually. So my guide will hold certain things back as well. Sometimes we do get bombarded where it's off the cuff and you might not be expecting certain things to happen and come in and around. So what will happen with that then is you'll just look for a bit of an uplift energy wise as well. So again, it's a nice cup of tea, nice cup of coffee, certainly helps a nice warm drink as well. But again, you know, if you need to be resting and having your feet up, it's for a reason. This has come along now, this opportunity now for an hour slot, which I'm very, very grateful for as well on this platform. And again, it's just to have things like that. Some people don't know how to open up, some people don't know how to close down. Again, so with having the ability to work with spirit, I do feel it all comes from the gut intuition. You build your energies. When you throw your energies out there, it's about cutting it off sometimes. But I think what happens with myself is I see things 4, 5, 6 hours prior to being at a place or going out somewhere and being something's going to happen prior to it happen. That happens all the time. And again, it's trusting the team. So they'll close me down and quiet spirits down around me when they know Gary needs an hour here or he needs an hour there. So if we're out and about, it's just a case running with it as well, Jess. And as again, a great question, it's learning. You've got to be in control all the time. So you know if you're starting to flag or get a little bit tired or you need a coffee, it's all about keeping them fluids going. I feel water is always the best. That keeps you revitalized, and that's what it's all about, is understanding that. And you know, I've always got water quite close to me all the time, you know what I mean? So it's all about keeping revitalized as well. So moving on to that, a great question though, Jess, keep fighting away for us, please. And our Linda's just asking, do you have any advice that may help people during this intense times? As we know, everyone's tested in different ways. Current situation, away from any ailments that's gone on or illnesses gone on around present people in this very tough times, is we're all together in this. So again, reach out like we're doing, reach out, help each other, talk to each other. Communication is so simple, and sometimes we make it so hard as well with communication. Helping's free. So it, again, I always say it's nice to be nice during this intense time. Use your time wisely, plan, do what you need to do, focus. And to me, it's all about focus. I've heard possibly the end of February, end of March. I feel more drawn to the end of April, minimal with this current situations. So in myself, I'm setting my target for the end of April and then just take it from there. But again, Monday to Friday, we live our normal lives. And again, at the minute, the restrictions basically are just hard on obviously not going to the game and obviously not getting out and about meeting the people that I usually meet. But again, with the internet, we're still doing that. We're still getting that communication in and around of what we do. So the intense side of it is, Linda, I always believe it's about how you cope and putting your coping mechanism into place. That's either daily things for yourself or spiritual. It's all about being in control. The more you're in control and being focused down the middle, everything else, to me, that's the balance. It's all about the balance as well. So great question there, Linda. That's not bad for you, that question wise. I'm just going to plug this mic in because that one's died. So just put the sound back in on this one. So that's a good start. So are you okay on the sound, folks? Because that's just died. Just going to pop up to our Eddie there. Good evening, Eddie. Ooh, I'm going to go to your question. Didn't see that one. What's the best way to stop people being negative towards you and the things that you do? Again, I always say that it's not like for like with attracting stuff, Ed. I think the more positivity that people have around them, it's about the balance. So the more positivity you throw out there, some people can't cope with. So even though we're doing good things and we're putting everything out there with the good intent, that's the positivity. Some people can't handle positivity and they deal with it in different ways. Sometimes in life we get the backlash of throwing positivity out because some people might be going through different things and stages of their life with what's going on in their life or spiritually or anything like that. So just keep putting the loads of love and white light out there. Just keep putting all the positivity out there, Ed, because it always shines through, the white light, and the white light is the highest light, and the more white light you've got around you, the more positivity it brings. And I certainly want to be around more positivity, and that shines through, and it'll always shine through from now till forever and a day, because good always has more over negativity, and I won't mention the lower demonics type of thing, but white light always shines through as well. So stay positive, smile, wish everybody loads of love and white light, keep smiling. People struggle to deal with that sometimes, and it's up to them to deal with it and then come back. What they've gone through their certain stage or situation is to come back, and then there you go. They might need time out as well. So sometimes other people need a rest. And again, just keep shining that white light out, Eddie, because you're doing fantastic as well. So hello, Barry. Hope you're all right. Thank you for joining us. And our lovely Joe. Hope you're well, young lady. I have inboxed Paul today just to see if you're all right. So again, I have been caring about you in the community, and that's what it's all about. Any spiritual questions or anything? I touched on one of the first forms of tarot cards, I'm going to say, would be from the Egyptian times, basically, because that's one of the first times that we really noticed writing that's gone back in history. So again, I thought that was a good question from a colleague of mine that I work with as well, and he's going to look into a little bit more of that as well. So little things like that, certain things develop as we go through the centuries, and you're all saying hello to each other. Okay, where are we now? You're all right, Cynthia? I'll just have a little look. Your motto is wake up in the morning and be grateful. Yeah, most definitely. You know, a lot of people aren't grounded as well. I do believe in being grounded from the base, your feet. What I would recommend to people in the morning, or even if you go to bed at night, is just basically put your soles of your feet on the floor and visualize your roots going to the core of the earth. You're grounded. Whatever meets you in the day, it can't knock you and take you off your feet as well. So it's all about being strength, firm. So when you've got firm foundation, basically nothing, whatever hits you in the day, it's how you deal with it that counts. So I would always safely say in the morning, be grounded, give yourself that minute or two, and then just virtually visualizing your day ahead. So whatever comes along, you set up for the day. But I would definitely be grounded either prior going to bed, plant your feet and visualize the roots into the core of the earth, or in the morning as well. Some people do it morning and night, but once a day is usually enough. Sometimes I would recommend just carrying a red jasper to be grounded in your pocket or your purse as well. So sometimes a lot of people lead on to crystals as well. Hello, Julie. Thank you for tuning and joining in, and thank you for everybody that shared as well. Sound is good. Thank you. You're all saying hello, just trying to keep up to speed. And we'll get on any other topics you want to cover. If it's a little bit off the cuff, just fire away. Don't forget, it's an open mic, basically. Oh, Lynn. Right, where's Lynn? Where are we there now? Who's got a good question for us? Oh, love the Egyptian times, says our Linda. Again, Linda does pop around to at times when she's had available, when we've been able to do the development classes as well. The amount of Egyptians that do come into the sessions and do come into the development classes. We've had pharaohs, we've had Anubis, we've had certain individuals from a past life as well come through in development classes as well. So all the higher realms up there, they do come in times as well. Sometimes give you the boost as well, energy wise, but you know when a room's heightened. So even if it's a Reiki treatment or a development class, you know when there's a higher energy walked in and around you as well. So Egyptians is, oh God, it's on my bucket list anyway. I do need to get to see the pyramids, but I also want to go up down into Jordan as well and see the Valley of the Kings. That always intrigues me, and the goblet, the goblet as well. It's just something about it as well. I do feel that we've all had the past lives as well. Joanne said, oh, thank you, Gary. And this is what about a lot of people don't see how we support each other in the paranormal community. And we certainly do. Everybody works in different ways as well. So I have been asking about you the last few days as well, Joe. And good luck with your any ventures with the paranormal moving forwards as well. Keep me up to speed, and hopefully we'll catch up soon. And Barry says he's fine. I'm all good, couldn't be better. I've had an amazing 2 or 3 days with what I've done, but hopefully over the weekend with the team as well, you can see what we've been up to as well. Right, just scrolling down. What will be the first invest we go on? When we're allowed and why? At the minute, I think between now and February, a lot of them have been cancelled. Some we've been looking forward to for a long time, and a couple of them investigations, I think it's been with HD Paranormal, and we were going to do an overnight, but I think up until February, that they've been held and rescheduled elsewhere. So I think we're looking at March at the moment, but I preferably feel that certain events will go again in March and be put back again. That's my personal opinion. With I don't think the lockdown will be lifted by then. I think we'll go on into the end of March. That's my own opinion, but hopefully the quicker the better. We've got quite a few coming up, so I'll skip on in my diary, which I've got in front of me. We've got one the 6th of March, so we're just waiting on that as well, with the Bonded Warehouse, and that's with Carol and the festival team there as well. So there's quite a few, so there could be a few. I'd say about the first week in March at the present moment, but again, if one's cancelled, I've got actually 3 on that 6th of March. There's actually 3, and I always do the first one that's in the diary, because that's what we've got first. And I've got another one in Nottingham, but we're waiting to see on if the first one's available. I'll go and do that. And there's also an old hall as well that I've been asked to in the Midlands. So we're just waiting on things to see how they pan out. And again, we might not be able to go county to county as well. But again, good question, Linda. Got to look for where we're up to now. Ooh, missed them. lost my place. Dennis, just seeing you there. Right. Just bear with us a second. It's the actual. Right, okay. Cynthia's got one there. Spot on as well. Okay, Eddie was an Egyptian in a previous life. Explains his dancing and moves. Spot on, Dennis. Spot on. Any thoughts about going Bethlehem as well? In and around that, I think there's certain countries I'm drawn to. I am a big believer of, I would like to go more of settled countries. So anybody that's got conflicts or anything going on, I would stay away from certain territories or areas. So again, with any pools of religion or fighting and all that, I want to be away from. I want the positives around me as well. So there's certain countries that see mediumship as not very, they don't greet mediums. And I was always told by a famous medium off the telly, he always advised me, don't put that as your job on your passport. Certain countries don't believe in it. So again, around Bethlehem, I do believe it's a place to visit. But again, certain countries I would stay away from. And again, it's like certain places in South Africa, some are more open to it, some aren't. Again, USA, there's a lot, it's 50-50. They either love the spiritual way, or a lot of people, counties and states, don't believe in it as well. So again, it all depends what their beliefs are as well towards what we do. Let's see what Jess has got there. As a medium, do you connect with spirit world? Can you see them, hear them, or their messages? It all works in different ways as well, Jess. Sometimes I see cine film. If I close my eyes, I see the outline of the spirit. Again, it's with connecting as well with auras and the energies. You know when an energy is changing. I know whether it's positive or negative around. If you go into a museum and there's a hall or anything like that, you get the overlying energies as well. Sometimes I'll work with a team, ask them to repel their energies back and let the first in the queue come forwards and talk as well. So again, I'm a big believer in the way I've been trained as well by amazing people, is that you be respectful towards that energy and you expect them to be respectful back to you. So there's an order. So if somebody's not playing the game, it's like, I'll ignore you till I'm ready to work with you. If you're not going to work with me the way I work spiritually, I'm here to work with you, even if you need compromising, and find out why it was a positive or a negative energy. Go back before you wasn't born negative, so you go back down the line with spirit as well. So if you've got an angry gentleman at 55, I'll say, talk to me when you was 25, spiritually. So that automatically frame of mind of somebody that's bitter or negative or weighted energy will go back to a happier time, because it hasn't just all been around any frustrations prior to them passing as well. So it's understanding spirit and working with them and breaking them down onto your level. So again, it's like if someone's abrupt with you, you just don't give them the time of day. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then you just move on as well. So connecting, it's how you want them to connect as well. So it's all about having the balance. So if they're not playing the bat and ball back to you, it's just shut up shop. And then that, it works both ways, is how I say. Hence the medium, the middleman. If they don't work the way that you work, they'll go to another medium, or they'll go and affect somebody else as well. But in an order where it's not an investigation and it's overpowering, then again, it's all about that respect. It's respect all the way around. Hearing them, yes. I know there's a queue outside sometimes. I ask them to wait outside. I will cross over and help spirits that come to me for that type of help. But I like getting to the bottom of the story of how they found me or where they've come to work from as well. So moving on to our Linda again. Yeah, we've done walks out and around, and we've been bitten by mosquitoes as well. I think that's the funniest thing, because you're walking around, you're connecting, and you're getting bit, and you're like, breaks the link, breaks the connection. So it got back to the van on that experience. Well, got back to the vehicle on that experience, and I had the repellent spray, and I just forgot to take it out. But that was a day and a half. Fantastic walk around and fantastic communication. But in the height of the summer, it's always handy to have that mosquito repellent as well. Hello, Peter. Hope you're all right, young man. Nice to see you. Any questions? Fire away. Open mic time. It's your time as well. Let's see what we've got already. I always believe as well, Eddie's asking if the spirits will be quite quiet because they haven't had our energy resource pack, because they tap into us for our energy resources as well. And will it be quiet, or will it go mad? I think certain strengths of energies will go and find their battery pack of the spirit, the people that they want to go and drain, or people that they want to feed off or be in and around as well. So they've always got a ways and a means as well. And what I try and explain to people as well, if in the spirit world there's no time conception up there, so if Aunt Dorothy is thinking of a past loved one, say Aunt May or something, and then somebody else thinks of Aunt May, that spirit can just jump from that person one end of the globe to the other side of the globe in milliseconds. So this always intrigues me to the theory of time travel and all that, because spiritually, I do know that people have experimented linking in with the same spirit from one globe to the other side of the globe as well, on experiments that people have told me about in the past. And they're having communication around the globe virtually at the same time, but even though there's a time zone difference. So I do know that spirits work in a totally different way that we can't explain. But I think that's a nice way of trying to explain is one person's thinking about a spirit energy, then another person can pick up on that same spirit energy. Depends wherever you are, that connection will still be there. So I do believe that an energy can pop out of a location, a hall, for 5 seconds, come back prior to you being there, and they're virtually recharged. So they will go out and about doing the rounds of getting their energy source, of getting their energy and strength to come and communicate, whichever way they do it. And I do believe that them that do work more actively spiritually will click on how to do that as well, because the intelligence of spirits is just mind-blowing as well. Right. Enlighten me about that, Joe. What about Drakelow? Just amazing, amazing. Oh yes, in the diary, I'm with you now. Drakelow tunnels. There we go. I've just skipped on to the 6th of March. I haven't gone any further ahead, so that was the first one I've come across. So we do have Drakelow tunnels as well, tied in. Just looking for the date. When's the date, Kaz? Put it on. We've got quite a few there as well, so I think our Dennis has jumped in there. All right, Dennis. I don't like it when it scrolls down on its own. Egyptian times. Right, so Drakelow there. So Karen will put the link on and stuff like that as well, where people can come and join us. Yes, I'll do that. I'll do that, Coops, and share that over to the TV page later on. And we'll build that as we're going. There we go. Look at that. There we go. 20th of March, investigations, £35, keep paranormal. Let's see what our Jess is saying. Sensory experiments with Dave, asking him questions. I have no idea what I ask. These, I guess, thoughts in my head and says them. It's amazing where people have been testing themselves blind, basically, or blindfold, and then asking them to what am I holding up and all that as well. Work on connections, because people that you're going out investigating with, they will have a link with you. So they will be able to pick up the energy that you've got in your mind and get a link of white light that will link into them. So again, it can go around the room as well. So the strength with experimenting and asking questions, ask spirit questions in your mind, see what replies you get. Ask them to give you a sign or a symbol within a week. Test yourselves, push yourselves out of there, keep pushing yourselves. So ask a random question spiritually, use the universe. Can you come back to me with an answer, spirit, within a week? And see how things materialize for you. Again, it's up to yourselves to push yourselves as well. Again, there's no right way and wrong way with mediumship. If you don't get an answer within a week, it doesn't mean that spirits aren't going to give it you. It'll come around and about when it's ready. Do you know what I mean? So again, with the sensory experiments, I always ask spirits to give us a sensuate smell or a taste, and that always heightens in and around as well. So again, thank you for the question, Jess. Need you tonight, Jess. Your stairs are going mad. Again, looks like Valerie's got some work for you there. Dennis, what's Eddie saying? There's two fairy in a previous life. Now he delivers letters instead of coins. Here's a good old postman, is Dennis. And Cynthia, she believes in mediumship is a gift we were born with. Is that correct? On my opinion, I would safely say my first experience was at 5. So again, I think the mind develops from the time we're conceived, basically, to the time we're decided from male to female. I think it's 42 days. And then I think from that progression of that part of life to about 4 or 5 years, I do feel we are gifted straight away, but I do feel it takes as a youngster 4 to 5 years. If you think back to your first memory, what is your first memory? I think mine was roughly about 5 years old, 4 years old. So I think that's when the memory can lock into the corridors of remembering. And I think from that time at that point, that's when things start developing as you're growing. Okay, so again, I've seen some amazing young mediums, especially in America. I forgot the chap's name. I've been told I need to go and meet him in America, and that'll tie in if it needs to tie in. But I've seen some very, very amazing young mediums. There is some amazing young mediums out there as well with the youth. It's just great, and seeing how they work, and you're going, you've got the sense, you've got the gift. And when you look at people as well, your guide will say, oh, you're quite open to receive as well. Anyone wants to come in, I'm sure our Karen will bring them in on a live as well. If you want to jump on the screen, that's even great. I don't know how to do it from this side, because you know me, I'm not very technical gifted. Oh, jumping on. Anyone wants to come on screen, feel free. Have your say. This is what it's about. We've been going 36 minutes. I've been chatting away. You've been doing the questions, but it's all about you. Hello, gorgeous. You can't be talking about me, Alison. Linda, have you experienced astral projecting? Yes. I think one of the first times I experienced that was, again, I was off helping in my sleep. Hence why you wake up and you're drained. Again, I do feel I go off virtually every night into the universe, helping in and around the planet and doing what I need to do. When I wake up, sometimes it will not be a dream state. It will not be a memory of that, but I know I've been off traveling as well. I think the first time I had the recognition of remembering that, I was basically felt somebody was trapped in like a bush or under a tree. And I don't know whether it was around like an earthquake scenario, but I felt somebody was trapped and I just had to hold on to them. Couldn't see their face, but I could see their arm, and I was just virtually holding on to them all night. How I portrayed that unfolding before I woke up was that waiting for somebody else to come along and rescue that situation. So somebody else, I couldn't take the full weight of that person, but I could hold on and hold them. And then a person came in, 2 or 3 people, and then took over the situation. Then I've stepped back spiritually, and then I've woke up in the morning. So that was my first experience of astral projecting as well. So thanks for that question. Alison, who's going to be the first on the screen? Anybody got any rants or raves? You're more than welcome. I feel like a little bit like James Whale tonight. I feel like I've got that mischievous side to me tonight as well. Linda loves Drakelow tunnels. Well, hopefully, Linda, you need to inbox our Karen as well. Linda was asking about the festival as well for September. So type that up for us as well, Karen, if you're not doing anything. Put the information out there because people are asking as well. And our Linda was one of them tonight. Sophie, how are you doing, young lady? Thank you for answering that. Brilliant idea. You're welcome. Evening, Alison. Coop said, yes, who was a child? I was 5. Again, I do think it's that development side of it as well, roughly around 5 years old. Again, I do feel it's a 7-year cycle. And as you're going towards a 7, something else will happen and evolve around you. Again, like where we're seeing. So again, certain things happen in your life, you know, it's just amazing. Keep fighting away. Good evening, Lee. Alison says, we've had some amazing EVPs when we've been out with our Alison. So keep sharing. Oh, you're talking about me, are you, Alison? Right, okay. I've got it in writing now. Thoughts on sleep paralysis. That just came around on the last interview we did for this weekend. Yes, I do believe that a heavier energy can suppress you and hold you or pin you down, basically. But the way I find with that, if certain things are going on in your own personal life, if the balance within your 4 walls isn't right, then you're attracting certain types of energy where, again, I always put the inset sticks on and lighten the house up and lighten the mood. So if you've got a nice calm environment, or you've got a very, very busy, argumentative 4 walls, or things aren't been going well for a period of a day or 2 or a week or 2, or certain energies just seem to come in and add on to that. So I feel that they feel if it's a negative situation going on, that'll attract a weighted energy around a paralysis, basically. But again, I read the book, and I think it was I'm just trying to think. It was something like the unconscious mind, but it was on like the perfect way to die, or how to learn to pass. But it was talking about the subconsciousness of doctors that have studied people in comas, and people in comas have been able to pick up on the thought of a person in the room, but they can't say anything. So when they've come out of comas, the subconsciousness mind is still receiving. So again, where people say they'll play music, or that if they're in a coma state of mind, or they've had a car crash and they're recovering and repairing in hospital, they can remember everything that's gone on, but they're in that coma state of mind as well. So there is a lot there to do with the subconscious mind, I feel, where we're still able to push and repel that situation away, because the strength of you sleeping in that state of mind, that's for myself. I would feel I'd be able, if I was in a situation where something was trying to pin me down paralysis wise, I feel that my team could take me out of that situation a lot quicker than somebody that doesn't work with a guide as much, or somebody that I have experienced a similar thing with somebody that was experiencing that something was going on into a room as well. But that was just like a female friend of mine experienced as if she was giving labour in a room straight away. And they'd only come down and lied on the bed, and she could feel like she was pregnant and giving birth. But that must have happened in that room. But that spirit and energy come in for like a minute or so just to say, this is what's gone on to me in this room before, in this hotel that I was staying at up in the Lake District about 6 or 7 years ago. So they experienced that. That was in the Cross Keys, and I think that was Millthorpe. So I have seen certain things come in and express themselves too quick, too soon. So that type of scenario can go on, but to me, that's the spirit wanting to get their story across to that person of what they'd experienced as well. But sleep paralysis, yes, it does go on. Again, if I'm very tired, I will say to my team, spirits, I need a good night's sleep. Please don't drain me in the morning. I don't mind going off and working spiritually, but I need to be refreshed as well when I wake up as well in the morning. So excellent question, that. So thanks on that, Dennis. So there's the tickets there. Keep on chatting network for investigation tickets. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. No sailors, Eddie said. Oh, Linda asked for a spiritual overtaking. Let yourselves know if you're there. And she had 4 attachments by the time we virtually got home. Missing the brekkies. Right, and again, Festival of the Unexplained weekend in September is Bosworth Hall, and there's the information is there. Proper belly buster. I don't think there's not been a time there, Linda, where you've always had a good breakfast there as well. Moving on, so we've talked a little bit on the early tarots, I feel, with the Egyptian side of things. So again, we've done a bit of sleep paralysis as well. Anybody want to jump on live? Just let me know. Let's let our Karen know on the other hand, because she's doing that. Let me think of something else that's been quite interesting this week. I do get drawn to the spiritual side of like the Buddhism. I'm going to Nepal and going to not as much as base camp on Everest, but I do feel very drawn to that side of the globe as well. I'm just trying to think as well. Tibet, a lot of that type of thing ties in as well. And sometimes I see certain films and I'm away with it. I'm like, oh, I can take certain things. Again, with the history side of things as well. Museums are just amazing things to go in some of these museums as well. But you can link in with the energies that's in and around the objects as well, and that's mind-blowing. And then you get the cine film of around that person's life, or around the animal, or anything like that. Even going over to the museums in Liverpool, I think they had a tropical theme in the museum. I think it was South American thing, insects and stuff like that. And they had a few ancient bones of structures of other animals that they found out there. And when you see certain things like that, and you're virtually going into their time zone as well, and it's just quite mad sometimes. And you do have to shut off as well. So there's a lot of stuff around museums I have seen, especially Leeds Museum with the mummy. That was just mind-blowing. Put Eddie on live, Dennis says. I think our Dennis is really winding you up tonight, Ed. We need to come and put our Dennis on the spot and let our Kaz just press Dennis's camera there as well. Don't be shy, says Dennis to our Eddie. What else haven't we got? Any good captures you've seen? Anything that's if people are seeing photographs of spirit, and sometimes I look at them, and I have got good friends out there in the industry, and they can just go, Photoshop that straight away. And it's amazing when you've got the gift. And I always say to people when they do send me pictures or what they're picking up or what they're sensing, and I just say to them as well, basically, I like to be there when that's been taken, because you get the theory of what's going on at the time, you get the presence and all that as well. So at the end of the day, again, is there any pictures or evidence that you've seen that you're not sure about out there, folks? I mean, we've had it all them years ago. We touched on it last night with the Loch Ness Monster, with that type of picture and how things can run away as well within the paranormal world or the paranormal field as well. And certain information or pieces of evidence that people are claiming to be paranormal, or a spirit of this or a spirit of that, or an energy of this, an energy of that. I don't dispel it or debunk it. I'll ask my team, is that fake or real? And I'll just get a yes or a no. So I know where I'm up to. It's not about dispelling it. It's just the connection sometimes. And I see some stuff sometimes and I'm going, I've not seen a spirit that clear. And sometimes when I see that, I'm like, come on, what are you producing? What are you trying to prove out there as well? So sometimes I can see certain things going a little bit OTT, but it's not about keeping quiet. It's to let them run with what they want to run with. Give us all the pure stuff. Give us all the things how it is, and put the story to the pictures of where you've got it from. Tell us what was going on in and around it. I see people in locations and buildings. Oh, I don't want to tell you where it is because of we want people to respect it and not damage it. Yeah, I totally understand that. But put some information on of what was going on at the time, what time of day it was, and all this, that, and the other. Put some information with the information that you're picking up on, because that's what it's all about. So if people are walking past that building at 10 o'clock, they might sense or feel that as well. So again, it's all about sharing and putting a bit more to it as well, folks, as well. That's always nice. So our Joe agrees, put Dennis on the screen and keep him quiet. Let's see where we're going with this one. Dennis, since the second lockdown in the UK, you've seen things in your peripheral vision more, and again, than you have on Invest. Your team's getting you working now, Dennis. It's keeping you focused. All right. They're not messing around with you. They're getting you focused. They're getting you tuned in. That's what I feel on that current situation. No, definitely. But again, Dennis, when you're out and about delivering, you know yourself when you go to certain estates or houses, or you get the feel of, oh, I need to do what I've got to do, drop the mail off, get out of the place. You don't want to be around it. You can feel that a lot of things as well, if it's positive or a negative area as well. So you might sense that over the next few days, Dennis. And I'm not going to say watch out for the nasty dog, because that comes with the job. But again, I think a lot of things is the simplistic way for yourself is dog at large, isn't it? I think that's the word. But again, your team's getting you working, Dennis. It's like they are priming you to be very busy and very active and open you up a little bit more, which is fantastic. Hello, my dear. Hola. How you doing, darling? Missed you loads. And Willows. Hello. Who's part of the Willows tonight? Who have we got there? Fantastic interview the other week. Some amazing discussions as well. And again, we've got our lovely Lou. Oh, she said she runs away with everything, our Lou. She's like, she'll ask you one question and put 10 questions in it. That's how I find. Ask us some questions, Lou. Come on. Busy TikToking for tomorrow. Pictures you have are right, Joe. When you share pictures as well, we know what goes on when we're all out actively around the people we trust and all that in the field. What I mean is I see certain things that people are posting and I'm like, give some more insight into it. You've got a public audience there. You've got a captive page. Explain a little bit about what's going on and what's been going on in and around that situation. Linda, again, tying in there with Ouija boards. Ouija boards, I always say there's a spelling board for myself. It just spells out what spirits communicate with you. They're just spelling the words out. Again, opened and closed and blessed and cleansed the correct way. Again, full respect. A lot of energies can portray themselves as what they're not, but I do feel that a good investigator and a good paranormal person in and around the team will pick up on that. And many a time I've seen it where somebody will also say, we need to close the session down. Fine, do it. If it doesn't feel right with around one person, it's not about to make them uneasy. But again, it's all about putting the positives out there. Let's bring all the positives through again, especially at this current moment in time. So, right, okay. Ooh, our lovely Trish. Tricia says, lovely South Walian. Hope you're all safe down there. Yes, I agree. We're all skeptical. We've seen pictures because 99% of them, the time we can explain them. Yeah, and I find as well, what's happening as well out there is very good friends of mine over in America, they've stopped posting stuff because people will pull the article or pull the situation apart, and it's not about that. They're sharing their photographs, they're sharing what they've captured, and again, if you put a little bit of insight into it, that to me will take that scenario or situation away as well. So it's all about giving it how it is, but on the insight of 99%. I've seen some pictures there the other day and I'm going, it's not about the clarity of it. I'm just going, that is mind-boggling to see the clarity of that spirit. So it's like the chances of us seeing a full apparition in 10 years, maybe 5 or 6 times. So when this is coming up weekly and you're thinking, hang on, with the pictures and the evidence, it's like, yeah, where are they getting this from? Give us the story and the insight behind it. That's what it's there for. You know, the social media side of it, use it, I feel, use it correctly, try and explain it. I'm not a big one for orbs. The last week or whatever, I shared on Instagram an orb. I thought I need to let the public know where this actually was. It was Newsham Park, but it was coming towards us and swirling. I'm not a big fan of orbs, but the energy it brought into the room at the same time, and a member of the public took the picture next to me. So that tied in, you know, and that's the little things about trying to explain it as well. So have you been experiencing anything down by your neck of the woods, Tricia? Has it been actively busy down in South Wales still? And again, we've had some fantastic times down there in the ancient Ramin, haven't we? And I've seen the memories come up from your birthday. So that was fantastic as well. I think it was middle of summer. I think we was down there last year. But looking forward to catching up with everybody pretty soon anyway. Right, come on, fire away. Any more? Let's see what else I can touch on as well. Oh, somebody inboxed me last night and said there's a lot of activity going on at friend's house and friend of a friend. Now, I always say spiritually, they've got the intelligence. If they know somebody that can help them spiritually to work out what they need, they will create. It's not as much as poltergeist activity. They will create to get word back for help. So if a friend of a friend of a friend like knows myself, they know how to get back down the line to get communications to ask the questions as well. So again, sometimes some of the leads on that as well is amazing. Again, it is all about helping out there as well. You're not been out, no idea if anything's going on in your area. Anything around yourself in the home as well, Trish? Have you picked up on anything down there? You know, a lot of people are going to be seeing stuff in and around their own environment at the moment. And again, We're just seeing there. Right, any more questions? Yes, you love the ancient ramen. Brilliant evening, Cynthia. Again, I'm gonna touch on everything. I want people to come on board though. I want it like a radio phone in. I want you to come on board. Great having the questions, fantastic. Come and have your say. So between now and next Thursday, if you see anything, log anything, clock anything, hear anything, log it down, bring it to the table for us next 9 o'clock next Thursday. And we'll have a talk and a discussion about that as well. Tell me what you've seen, tell me what you've watched. You're going to give me loads of amazing feedback from Festival of the Unexplained this weekend, the Winter Festival. That is going to be mind-boggling for you as well. Just trying to think as well. Right, brilliant evening. You're welcome. This is what it's about. I'm trying to give you your hour for you. So when you've got your hour for you, come and interact it again. I'm not pushing on anything. I just want you to have your time as well. So bring that in on board. And I think our lovely Karen sitting behind the scenes there. So do you want to come in on us, darling?
No.
No.
Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's all right.
Yeah, just one more question coming there. I'll let you read that out for us, Kaz.
So, Trisha, I always pick up things around me, and as you know, we have had a very close family member pass away a few days ago, and on Boxing Day, for an unknown reason, as passed, and I said to my daughter, "Come on, let's take the baby in. I think we should have a picture with her, with your nana." But bizarre, it's like I knew, but without knowing. That happens, though, that doesn't it?
Yeah, but I seen the anguish. I seen your comments a few days later, Trish, and I could pick up on the anguish and the family's loss, and it wasn't known of what person had crossed, but basically I could feel the amount of sadness around, just even by a comment on your status. And again, sometimes I've got to take the emotion out of that as a medium, and then just go and know what the family's going through again. So I'll always send healing out as well when I see certain things like that as well. Hey, don't be at it there, not having that.
Who, me? Because normally I've just turned it on to silent actually.
Okay, looking good, Karen. Karen, how busy is this week? How busy has this week been for you, darling?
Oh, busy. We've got whole weekend is live. All the interviews that you will see this weekend are all live from 7 p.m. on Friday till we will end at 8 p.m. on Sunday. So we've got 49 hours of live entertainment for you this weekend.
Did you say 49 hours?
40, yeah, all right, don't start. 49, yeah. I think it is.
Going back to our Linda, when we was talking about connecting and that, Linda said that happened when her mum passed away. As a youngster, I didn't really know what was going on. I think I might have been 12, 13, 14 when Linda's mum passed, which is my auntie. And it's like prior, I know that something's going to happen prior to that, Linda, but I couldn't give that as a person that age because I was not in them development stages of what was going on. But sometimes as a medium, you receive that somebody's not going to be well or somebody's going to take ill and that type of scenario, but they don't give you specifically what's going on. So sometimes a medium will have to sit back and let things unfold as well. Family or not family as well. So again, it's all about learning on the path as well, Linda.
Louise, do you connect with spirit? Oh, I'm echoing.
You're on the loud box tonight. Not that I need you on the loud box.
Yeah, not with me, don't.
No.
How do you connect with spirit that you can sense but not see?
It all depends which way they're coming through. Sometimes spirit can try and jump in from behind you, and then again, I would block that off and connect. It depends which angle they come up at you from. So they can be from above, the side. You just get to work with your link. So your team will put a bubble around you, and then let them filter in when you're connecting, when you're ready to connect with that as well. So it's like making the switch. So sometimes, other than getting bombarded, that's where the control comes in as well around your aura. So. Yes, most definitely, Trish. Again, loads of love and white light and loads of healing being sent out to yourself, friends, family, and loved ones, all in and around you. And we'll take it at there. Again, thanks for all your support. Anyone that's tuned in, think about some homework for yourselves. Put some questions together. If it's 10 questions, 20 questions, it doesn't matter. We'll be doing this over this lockdown period as well, and see where it runs, see where it takes us. I do know myself what's coming, but we'll let them see it if that happens as well. I've got people in the scenes that give me a nudge in the right direction, and this was one of them. Getting 9 o'clock slot going. Talk to the people out there, keep helping them, keep working with them, and keep supporting each other as well. So I certainly don't do that, Joe. I try and experience what I receive. I try and give them experiences out to people in and around me as well. So again, thank you all for tuning in. Watch out for this amazing work that these lovely people have put together, Karen and Jolene and Eddie, as well as the team. Just amazing weekend for you ahead. And I'm just blown away of what I've seen already.
Well, we have got, I'll give you some snips because the schedule has slightly changed, so we're putting it back out again. But we have the likes of Mike Cavell, the author from Hull. We've got Amanda William-Olympic. She's from Spooky Eats in America. So she'll be talking to us about all her favourite spooky paranormal locations she likes to go and eat at. So restaurants, hotels, that type of thing. You've got Penny Griffiths Morgan that you'll know. We've got Sally Morgan, the Sally Morgan.
And do you know what opened my eyes out with Sally as well is a lot of things I'd heard prior to meeting her, prior to catching up with her, totally different than what people have said. Just totally different person where just insights of knowledge is just amazing.
We've also got Daryl Marston, we've got Brandon Elvis and Dustin Parry, all separately, all three, all on separately on lives. We've got the Wrath Chasers, we've got Mike, Brannon and Chris for an interview this weekend.
We've got the Ghost Maidens.
We've got the Ghost Maidens, we've got Barry John, we've got Gwen Akora, the lovely wife of the late Derek Akora. She will be joining us for a Q&A. We've got Chakra Balancing with Helen Lawson, Marty and Michael Parry from Ghost Adventures. We've got George and Cara from Ghost Adventures. You've just seen them on there. Patty Negri, April, the New Jersey Medium, West London Paranormal. We've got Richard Felix, Haunted Magazine, Stephen Williams, Miranda Young, Are You Haunted Team. But what we haven't explained is on Sunday at 1 p.m, we have the Paranormal Panel. The Paranormal Panel is for an hour, and it is you to ask your questions. We want you to ask your questions to all our guests all weekend anyway. But the Paranormal Panel, got Laura Goff. We've got two of the team members from Haunted, Are You Haunted team. And we have got some other surprise panelists. Kieran O'Keefe, he's one of us panelists, but we've also got some surprise panelists. We are not actually posting out who our Paranormal Panel are, even though I've just told you on here. So the only people that will know on the Paranormal Panel are the people that are currently watching. So look out for that. That's at 1 o'clock on Sunday. But like I said, we started 7 p.m. tomorrow evening and we finished on Sunday evening. And that is live all weekend. And it streamed from not only the UK, but also obviously the USA, because we've got a lot of US guests from different TV shows, which you will recognise. We are doing all of this. It's free to watch all weekend. Yeah, I said it's free to watch all weekend. But the only but is we are doing this to raise money for a charity called Calm, which is scrolling across the bottom there. Campaign Against Living Miserably. Calm help people with mental health problems, and they also raise awareness of suicide, and they also help to prevent suicide. So in the times, the way they've been in the last year, and prior to that, a lot more people are suffering from mental health. So we decided this festival, yes, we're doing it for free, the same as the other two festivals. But what we are asking, if you would please make a donation to our Just Giving page. So it's www.justgiving.com/fundraising/Festival of the Unexplained. You won't not be able to watch it if you don't donate. But what we're asking is, can you please donate and help us out? Because we are putting this event on. It is a charity event. And we are putting it on, and we're all putting our time in, and we are giving up 48 hours straight, possibly 49 hours of our time, which we've got plenty of at the moment. But yeah, we've it's not just the time this weekend, it's the time of all the hours we've put in behind the scenes up to this point, researching all our interviewees ready for the weekend to interview them this weekend. It's all the sharing of the posts, it's the contacting everyone, it's arranging everything with Calm. So
it also goes towards helping with the phone lines and stuff like that, where people are ringing up for somebody to talk to. This is all support and all that. So there's somebody at the end of the phone. There's somebody there for people in any situation.
So that's why we're doing it. We have got the link scrolling at the bottom of the screen. The link will be scrolling at the bottom of the screen on all of the live all weekend. We're not making you donate. We are doing this for free. We are asking you kindly to donate if you can afford to. So pennies make pounds, as I was always told growing up. So every donation counts. For me personally, I want to say thank you. Make sure you join us here on all weekend on Festival of the Unexplained. Don't forget, we have got all of our live feeds. There's a live feed every night of the week from Monday through to Thursday, and also on Sunday. Keep on Chatting Networkers now, and by the end of February, we would have added at least 3 American shows also. So it's not all just UK. We try to bring you something different. If there's something you want to see, then please do let us know. Get in contact and say, we'd want to talk about that subject on next Thursday's open mic. Like Gary says, open mic is about you. It's about what you want to talk about. It's open mic, your hour, your subject, as he keeps telling you. So if you want to join Gary on screen next Thursday night, drop in the comments.
Yeah.
We ask you if you'd like to join him on screen. Nobody was brave enough tonight, but if you ever want to, drop it in the comments and we'll bring you on screen and we'll talk about whatever subject you want to talk about. So I want to say thank you to all of you for joining Gary on his first open mic hour. And we're going
to for having me, and just letting people explain that we come on this platform as well, Kaz, is because we've got amazing moderators that stop scammers. So that's why we basically set up this fantastic page, is to keep it moderated, and it takes a lot of hard work on the system as well. So there's people doing stuff behind the scenes, so we don't get scammers and people trying to palm money out of other people as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. So, like I said, join us this weekend. Festival of the Unexplained. There we go. Campaign against living miserably. Please join us. It would be very much appreciated. We'll just play you a video. We'll both say goodnight to you, and we'll just play you a quick video so you can see what this weekend is all about. So thank you and good night.